All right, what's going on, everybody? This is part two to homelessness by richness. All right, so I'm gonna talk on this one about the apprenticeship program part. Where I've been in California, as far as like what I really was there for. Not the other stuff that ended up happening. That was the dumb stuff. The KFC, that's EBT, accepted. They accept EBT or food stamps and the senior sushi and all of that bull crap. Not talking about that in this one. I'm going to talk about, how I got there, how I lost my job, why the different places where this stuff happened at, and things like that, and just kind of give you the details of that in this one. So I tried to pre-do it and put the addresses in early so I won't waste all of the time in the video trying to find the address. So um, just bear with me if it's a location that I forgot that I got to put in there. But whatever the case, let's get into it. So the first spot um, that they had me going to was in Culver City, and Culver City is like further down from Santa Monica. So this is I just clicked on Westfield Culver City, and then what I did was put the street view here by Sepulveda. That's the street Sepulveda, and if I'm correct, hold on. Yeah, okay. So we'll take it. I'm gonna just skip down. All right. So when you go down past the down Sepulveda Boulevard, so where I was staying at on Sawtell Boulevard, if you go just across, like it's like about a block or two down to Sepulveda, or if I went to the social services, you can go to Sepulveda Boulevard, which is this street right here, and you take the bus, or you can walk down. But I took the bus. I had some money on my tap card, and I would take the bus. It only cost like $1 or something like that, just one way. And so I would take that, bring it down here, and I get off the bus right here. So it takes me this way. Get off the bus right here. Get off the bus right here. Put on my red wing shoes, boots, or whatever they had want us to put on. Then I would walk. I would walk to the apprenticeship program through the parking lot right here. So I walk through the parking lot, go straight across, down back there. That's the shortcut way. But if you were driving and taking a car, you would go down this road right here. And back this way is where I came from if you go this way. So let's go down this road. Not that far. It's right here. So see the truck already right here. Spectrum truck. This is where the apprenticeship program is, and where I first met Janine. And this was started the whole issue between Charles and Janine. It wasn't even about me. It was about Charles and Janine. And the city just being gay and they don't like straight relationship type stuff. But they'll never tell you that. But there just be suspicious stuff happening that you just figure that thing out. Like, yo, there's no reason why, y'all feeling some kind of way about me. So this is where we actually held the class. I had my little badge. My badge was supposed to work for the door, but it didn't work. I didn't even have a picture for my badge. It just was a gray image of a avatar. They like Charles disrespecting me the whole way, like he was trying to figure out how to get rid of me. And here is the warehouse. This is where we did all of the driving training and stuff like that. And you just basically come over here. My key card was supposed to work. My key card was supposed to work for this. Right here, you just swipe it, and it open the gate, and it just slide across or whatever the case. And then here's where we did the driving test. Where you put the cones down here, the cones on the left side over here. They just put them in the middle of the road, and you just got us doing these crazy little turns. And then way back here, they made a little tight space, like you was by the garage, by the trash can over here somewhere, and then you had to like park into a tight spot. And so I passed that with flying colors. Um, and then way back here to the left is where the ladder training was, and where they actually Charles came in. fired me. But we won't, before we get to that point, we're gonna go here first. So this was actually where we had the school at. So if you go through the parking lot here, all right. So one more. So back here is where like we take breaks. So we take a break, and so the door. This was the door right here. I think that's the door, or was it this one? I forget which one it was. It might have been this one right here. Come out the door right here. They had a porta potty on the side right here, and you can use that to use the bathroom because they was making repairs or whatever the case in there, so you couldn't use the bathroom inside. So they had a porta potty out here. We're using that, or you can take a lunch break and you can go down here and grab you something to eat where one of these stores is at. But that's where we did the program. So over here was the very first day. The very first day, finally, when I get out of Pomona, California, I'm in Sawtell Boulevard. The apprenticeship program start. So I try to go to the library to wash myself up and stuff like that, enough to where I'm okay. Some guy down here was like sleeping in the corner. Had like a van parked over here, but it's not. It's empty now. But yeah, this was the first day. Came over here, and then I waited right here. Waited right here. And that's when I first met Janine, and she was the HR. And so I gave her all of my stuff. I had my passport. I had told them I got robbed in Pomona, California, so I didn't have my driver's license or my phone or anything like that. I just had my passport, and so I had my driving record and all of this stuff like that. She was like, "Yeah, you can use your driver." So they were trying to look out for me. So that was the first day, and I didn't meet Charles yet. So if you continue going down the road, let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna just take it out. Take it away. Take us out. Just walk around here. And they had all them trucks. Looking at one of those trucks back there, man. So I'm gonna try to find where the area was where they fired me at. But it wasn't they. It was just Charles for real. Feeling some kind of way. So we was back here. We was back here. Yeah, right here in this area. And we had the ladder out. And we was doing the ladder training. Now my hard hat didn't have a chin strap. Was it over here? Probably over here. So my hard hat didn't have a chin strap, and I was trying to tell him that I can't fit the hard hat, and I was hoping that he was gonna say I got a chin strap for you instead of say I have a chin strap for you. He was like, "Well, you can't. You ain't gonna be able to work here. I'm gonna have to let you go and all this and all of that." You know, with the gay voice and all that, I'm gonna have to let you go and it's that and the third. He got fingernails, long fingernails with a hard hat with a safety vest on. I'm like, man, this is not even looking right, sounding right. This don't even sound right. You just talking to me with the girl voice, with the effeminate voice, and we talking about man work, and it don't match. It don't feel right or nothing. So I'm like, whatever. So, but it was like I'm the only black guy, so they just wanted their Spanish people in. So they just kind of felt like that too. They just want their Spanish people in there. They don't want no black person in. But Janine is the only. It's not gonna say the only, but Janine was the human resources girl that was the black girl. Then you had an elderly woman that was black, and then you had two black guys that was they stayed tight to each other and they wanted me to be on the team so that I can be with them. You know, it's just two black guys and I was gonna be the third black guy. And they just kind of like it was gonna be a grouping and I'm gone now and it's like you feeling some kind of way. I think his name was Charles Smith. Was it? Yeah, Charles Smith, and then you had another guy named Charles Siskowski or whatever his name was. And yeah, fired me right there over a hard hat. Like I had locks at the time, and I didn't have money to get it cut, and all of that stuff to get it done, and all of that stuff. I didn't know who to go to, where to go to, who I could trust. You just don't want anybody touching your hair, and it's like not done right. Stuff like that. So basically, when that was over, that's the end of the matter. But let's just go to some other spots. So once we were in the middle of the apprenticeship program, we had to go to another spot as well. All right, so you could take this. Like I said, I would catch the bus when I'm on my way back. I would catch the bus way down here. It's a bus stop down there, right there. Catch that bus, Sepulveda all the way up. You know, and then it takes you back to Sawtell, where I'm trying to get back up to the top, Santa Monica Boulevard. And the next spot that they was telling us to go to um, was on Nebraska. Now I was sleeping on Nebraska Avenue, but it was on Sawtell Boulevard. But if you go all the way down Nebraska Avenue, you'll end up where the other place is at here. And I didn't know that if I can walk all the way down Nebraska Avenue and get to the other spot where they was at. So this was the address that I was gonna use so that I can get my driver's license and all of that stuff. Like they did let me use this as the address to get mail to come to because I couldn't use the PO box. And being homeless, it was like, it was just, I don't know if he was looking out for me or what was going on. I guess it's like some random guy popping up in your situation. You feel some kind of way because I'm strange to you, but it's like you don't know what I have. You don't know what my business is here, and I could just be somebody that's born and raised in America that just want to go to a different location and start new. You thinking I'm just you know, whatever you thinking. So yeah, so I would come down this street. Figured out the way from Santa Monica Boulevard, caught the bus, came down some, and walked down this way. And then this was the door that they had me go through. I think it was this one or this one. One of these two doors. You go in and then bam. And then they had us get our equipment and stuff like that. And then Janine pulled me to the side and she had to talk with me. And she started fussing. She wasn't fussing with me, but she was like talking to me like she was in a relationship with me. You know, like she's trying to apologize for being a bad girlfriend or some crap like that. That's exactly how she sound. I'm sorry for being a bad girlfriend. And like I should have, I'm just trying to do my job, and I'm like, what did you talk? I'm like, Janine, like it's just you doing your job. I understand. Da 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 da. You in a tight spot, bop bop bop. And I was just going helping out, like trying to comfort and stuff like that. You can get in through the way over there in the corner, but they had us in here, and we was taking breaks out here. I forgot what we was looking at the equipment. That's what we was looking at. The equipment, where stuff go at, where you put the trash at, recycles and stuff, telling us where to put stuff at or whatever the case. And these are the maintenance trucks. So I was coming in as a Field Tech 3. Then these trucks right here with the buckets on the back is a Field Tech 4, where you start getting into the maintenance and you like fix the pole and stuff like that. You get up here and fix everything. Well, it's not it, but it's a corner over here. One of these corners. It's not over there. Not over there. Well, whatever the case. There you go one. So yeah, you get up there in the bucket truck, fixed all of that stuff right there, whatever. But the Field Tech 1, 2, and 3, they just hooked the cable up and stuff like that. The one thing I did like was that it wasn't too intricate. It was like simple. It wasn't difficult as far as using the meter or anything like that. So it was not going to be as hard as working for Comcast. And that was the part that I knew that I was going to be able to flourish and everything like that. And they was trying to teach us how to use the cones and stuff like that. But it was more like just them trying to see if I knew X, Y, and Z because they knew I was a contractor. So me coming from contractor work, you know, what do I know? What don't I know? Because they know that contractors don't really get trained. So they just little small stuff like, put your cones in front of the thigh, do this, don't park here, don't park there. No matter what street you on, you know, even if it's a street where you won't get fined, put your cones up. Even when you about to go to sleep at night, put your cones up, you know, and stuff like that. But it was more like I'm homeless, so they trying to look out for me. So bam, I would go back this way, go up this way, and I walked through all of this and get back to Santa Monica, and then I caught the bus and take me back to Sawtell Boulevard. You know, I was mad because when I walked back from here, hold on, no, I didn't get fired yet. I didn't get fired yet. So I walked back from here, and then my last day was going to Culver City. So walking around, that's just a lot of walking I was doing, and go to the Disney drop off. I had to go to the PNC Bank because, like I said, I got robbed. And give me a minute. So from getting robbed, I had to figure out where PNC was, where I can get a new card. So I had to go to Disneyland, literally. So go to Disneyland, Anaheim Resort. Right here, over here is the entrance to Disneyland, where people work here. They'll go through the cut right here, go in, or go over here and go in, and they in Disneyland. And this is like the little monorail train right here at the top. The train just come across or whatever the case at the top over here, and that goes into Disneyland. Now I was trying to catch the bus. You got the Orange County bus, which is on the side right here, the Orange County one, and then you got the I forgot what this one called, but I needed to catch the 200. That 200 was gonna take me 2 hours to get to Riverside from Anaheim, so I needed to catch that to get to the PNC Bank. That was gonna give me a new card. And the Orange County bus take you to Orange County. Got their own little bus, whatever. And then there's a bus, the bus down here that is the one that take you to back downtown, whatever the case. The one that bring you to Disneyland, take you back downtown, LA. And then from downtown LA, I caught the train, and the train took me to, forgot where. I think that's the Disneyland bus right there, the orange one. And that's it look like the Riverside. I don't know, it might not be. And then you just drive off, and then around you got like different kinds of stores and stuff like that. Denny's, this, that. It's a Castle Hotel over here somewhere. It's a Castle Hotel. All kind of stuff over here. I think the Castle Hotel down here. It's a Castle Hotel. People, a bunch of people be walking across. Like I went to the store to get something to eat. People walking across like crazy. A bunch of people. And then I was standing. I think I was standing right here by the trash can. Trash can over here somewhere, right here. So this is the trash can that the lady was sitting at. She had on all black, and she had a hanger. She had a hanger in her hand, and she was just flipping all over the ground. I'm like, what's wrong with this lady? And then the guy was standing next to me. I was like, I forgot where I was at, but there was a guy somewhere sitting down, somewhere over here. I think right here. I think I was wrong. She was sitting right here. Then there was a guy sitting right here where this guy with the cane at, and he looked like Bertram from Jesse. And the lady with the black on had the hanger. She threw the hanger into the bushes. And I'm like, you threw that like it's a boomerang. And then she looked at me. She looked at me, and she looked at my badge. And I looked at my badge that was from Spectrum. I was like, oh, Gibson. You see the name Gibson. So I'm standing here with my badge on from Spectrum, and people walking by looking at my name say Gibson, and then they just like sitting down next to me and stuff like that, or sitting around and standing around. Like, that can't be Gibson. But because I'm brown, they know that China is Gibson, Disney's Ant Farm, and then Gibson would be brown. So it's like, that's got to be Gibson. You know, what a coincidence that this Gibson guy, okay, that makes sense that he's not an actor. He worked for a living. He worked at Spectrum. He hook up cable. And then they probably thinking about like Cable Guy from, you know, what's the movie? Cable Guy with Jim Carrey and all of that. So they probably thinking all kinds of stuff, putting it together. But it was funny when the lady threw the hanger. So anyway, whatever the case, I caught the Riverside bus, and it just take you wherever down this way, up and around 2 hours to get to Riverside to the PNC Bank. And um, and yeah, that's it. So then it take me here, drop you off in the mall area over here, and then you got to walk across the street, walk around, and then bam, I went in there, gave me a new card. Then I walked past the Burger King over here. It's an Olive Garden. It's a Burger King and an Olive Garden. So I went to Burger King, got me a meal, and then went back over here to the mall. And it's a guy that was walking. It's a guy that walked up by the bus station. That's not it. But it's a guy that walked to the bus station that looked like Justin Bieber. He was digging out of the trash can, and I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, it's not Justin Bieber." I'm like, the first thing I thought was Justin Bieber or a surfer guy, like a guy that surfed or something like that. But I was like, oh, okay, that's not him. But I'm like, dang, man, that's messed up. You got the surfer guy from High School Musical, like even in the trash can. That's messed up. It's messed up out here. So yeah, over here is the bus terminal. So when the bus drop you off, to drop you off here, Riverside, drop you off here, and then when you gotta catch the bus back, you go up in here, right there, right up here. Yeah. And I was sitting here, and the guy that looked like Justin Bieber was digging in the trash can right here. I was like, it's Justin Bieber. I'm like, no, it's not Justin Bieber. It's some guy. Like, hey, the surfer guy. Porta potty still here. Like, hey. And then he had over here, Forever 21, China McClain. I had an advertisement for China McClain doing it was something that's China McClain something. And it said Forever 21. I don't know what it was they was advertising. I forgot what it was they was advertising about China and McClain, but it was something. I was like, that's a coincidence. China and McClain, a China and McClain ad hanging on Forever 21. And I'm over here on the bus stop on Riverside, and I'm waiting for the bus. So the bus comes, pick you up, take you around by the Burger King, and then make that left, and then you go past the PNC, and you go back to where you came from. So the main spot I always end up coming back to is um, library. All right, so West Los Angeles Library, and I always end up coming back here. So to catch that Disneyland bus, catch the subway or the train. The train take me to the bus. I can take the Sawtell Boulevard, and then I end up coming, or I can take the downtown bus downtown and then catch it, and then to drop me off across the street over here. Yeah, down the street over here, drop me off across the street over there where the lady at, or where these people at down there. Get off, cross the street, come down here, sit down right here, go into the, or I go into the library, use the Wi-Fi, charge my phone up, whatever the case. Go in here, check my mail, go to the library, go to the USPS and check my mail. Or I might get a get around, or I might schedule for a get around for tomorrow. People kept thinking I was trying to go into the massage spot because I was sitting at the library all the time, like sitting over here all the time. People thinking that I'm trying to find the best moment, to go into the Santa Monica massage spot. And then it was like Chinese women up in here trying to figure out if they knew me, the guy across where the library at. And they was like, it was a whole bunch of jealous energy going on in this place over here. A bunch of women, white girls and Chinese girls, like, tit for tatting, a bunch of mental battling and crap like that because the guy across the street, like over here, sitting down waiting for the library to open up. He always over here. He always over here type stuff. But yeah, if I would get around, sometimes like it was this one spot that you got to go to, and I'm just randomly talking now. It's a one spot. What is it called? Is it over here? Somewhere over here. Yeah, it's over here. It got like a bunch of different restaurants in one. The Colony, yeah, the Colony. So you go to the Colony, you think it's just one restaurant or one it's a big restaurant with a bunch of different restaurants in one thing. To me, that seem dumb or seem too small for it, or maybe the whole place is just a restaurant. I don't know how you describe it, but you go in here, go through here, go in the back, and they were like, which restaurant is the person ordering from? You got to pick the restaurant that they ordering from and what they ordered in the rest. Like, what the heck? How you got like 5, 6 restaurants and like, it don't make sense in one thing called Colony? Like, that's some sophisticated stuff going on. I'm like, whatever. It was confusing, but I started getting used to it. Yeah. And then you can go if you go all the way down Santa Monica, you end up at a mall and you end up near the beach. But I never went that far. I just went. I think I went to the mall and had to pick somebody up or drop somebody off, and then I had to. That was it. Like only as far as I went was wherever I drove. Sorry, DoorDash. My fault. Not Lyft. DoorDash. So as far as I went was wherever the DoorDash took me. I didn't like really see anything. I just was like stayed in a complacent spot. Trying to think if there's anything else I did that I missed. And so that was pretty much it. The whole apprenticeship program, the jealousy between Janine and Charles, but it shouldn't have been that because I'm not gay. And for Charles to feel some kind of way that I had an interest in Janine, or really it was Janine and I having a mutual interest in one another. And it's like, it's so gay out there that it's not something to hide. It wasn't something that she could hide or I could hide. Because before she pulled me, before I left, or whatever the case, the one down here in Nebraska Avenue, that Spectrum building, she pulled me up in her office because I was on my way out the door, and she pulled me up in her office. She's like, Dwight, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you for a second? And her pulling me up to talk to me for a second it drove Charles over the edge. So I'll go back to down Culver City or whatever the case, and he's like making a fuss about the hard hat. Instead of giving me a strap, he's like, "You got to get fired because you're not obeying me, or you're disobeying." He blew up a thing instead of really help me. He blew it up and made it a big deal. And then I think you got to walk past the Elon Musk building over here. Yeah, that's the Elon Musk building. Yeah, Tesla. I think that's one of the main buildings over there. Elon Musk building. People being there and stuff. I guess Elon Musk could be in there if he's not doing all around the world or whatever. But this is the credits where the credits people live at, Santa Monica area and stuff like that. Then if you go further down, just keep going straight down this way, you end up running into Beverly Hills. But this is Santa Monica, so you gotta get past Beverly Hills to get to Santa Monica. So this is Santa Monica once you pass Beverly Hills. And then this is the road Sepulveda again, and then I would catch the bus right here every morning. Get up early off the ground, get right there. Then I'm like looking at the little stores over here, you know, whatever this chicken spot was. Then they got a El Polo Loco down here somewhere, and I would sit out here right there, or I would sit inside of here, wait for that bus. I forgot what the name of the bus was. I think it was yeah, Culver Shuttle, the 6. Catch the 6 down there. Take you straight down. Bam, get to Culver City, get to the apprenticeship program. It would have been a good thing. I got paid. I got one paycheck, and my paycheck was 2,500. But I wanted to. That was a paycheck of a Field Tech 3. So a Field Tech 3 paycheck was 2,500, and that included, like, I guess, small little bonuses and stuff too for me just coming on. But I didn't stay on. But I guess they looked out for me too because I was homeless. So it was like it was a situation that did not have to go bad. It just went bad because of sexual preferences and stuff like that. And on the surface, you couldn't tell unless me talking about it, it don't seem like it's that. I would put it like that. But if you were there with me, you could obviously tell that it was about gender and sexual preference. That it got so crazy to where I just had to tell Charles, like, yo, I'm not your fuck boy. Like, what is you thinking that, you just gonna run over top of me or something like that? Like, it went to the point where you already gonna fire me. You're not listening to anything I'm saying. You thinking I'm being disobedient or insubordinate, whatever the case, because I'm telling you that my hard hat, it don't stay on because my locks or my hair, because of the COVID-19, I couldn't get anybody to do my hair. So it locked up into one lock. I got one lock. So it's a ponytail. And now I have somebody that can prove that. When I went to Nashville, Tennessee, when I ended up going back to Comcast, I went to Nashville, Tennessee, travel tech, and my my last month there, when I didn't have they didn't give me a new hotel to go to. So I was like, well, I'll just take a vacation and then I'll come back or whatever the case, because they didn't have a new hotel booked for me. But before I went on a vacation to Tokyo, I ended up going to, I don't know, I can't type it in here because I don't even remember the address and stuff, but um, ended up going to this hair salon or whatever, and it was a girl from New York that worked in that hair salon, and I was like, yeah, that's what's up. Somebody from the East Coast, somebody from home or whatever. So she was pregnant and she did my hair. She cut it off. She cut my lock off. She was like, Dad, you just got one whole lock. It don't come apart or nothing. Like, right. So it proved the point back here with Charles not believing me that my hair is one ponytail, it's one lock. It's not just a ponytail. It got stuck like that because of the COVID. I didn't have anybody to help me. So she did it and was like, I can't pull it apart. I got to cut this off. And so everybody in there, the women and everything, looking at me and my hair getting cut, and it's like, dag, it's one whole whatever. And it was like dirty inside. It was like, she was like, this need a treatment. Like, if for me to like re-maintenance it and cut it up into mini locks and put it back in your hair. So it was more like effort. She threw the hair away. She didn't even give it back. She said she was going to mail it to me, but she didn't even give it back to me. She threw it away because I wanted to put them back in my hair and then trim it down. But it's more like just grow it over type of thing. But even now, I don't have anybody to do my hair or whatever the case because I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, trusting women to do my hair or people not being available to whatever the case. So, I think my get around, whenever I would do get around, the car would always be around here. I just walk up the street here. Go past the Porsche spot. So you got to go past the Porsche spot. Yeah, got to go past the Porsche spot. Mind you, the whole time, and then I'm gonna show you the Hulu building too. So you go past, and then I think I turn here. Yeah, turn here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I would drive one of these cars. If it's car even still here, it be over here somewhere. One of these are get around cars. Look like regular cars, but people be. So I get in one of these cars. The app will open it right up, drive off down here. You just gotta park it back where you got it from, and I just start doing DoorDash. Um, one of the DoorDashes. This is how the whole Hulu thing with the Kardashians started. So let's get to that. I'm not gonna give you details. I'm gonna just tell you. So the Hulu building is, yeah, this is it right here. So I ended up meeting a lady out here outside the Hulu building. She wasn't right there, but she came and met me. She came up and met me right out here, or right at the corner, whatever the case. But I came from down here, and I was, driving down here. But Kim and them and the Kardashians, all of them it was like they was there. They had somebody there, whatever. I'm not gonna say they was there. I'm gonna just say they had somebody there. And I came and pulled up. I'm like, where the Hulu building at? Like I said, DoorDash delivery Hulu. I was like, Hulu. I'm like, stop playing with me, man. Like, I don't have no Hulu. Like, I'm like thinking that it's talking about, you know, pay for Hulu. I'm like, oh, the Hulu building is here, and I'm like, oh, the Hulu building is here. Like, so I pulled up, and then I parked over here in a cut somewhere, wherever it was a spot. I think I parked in the corner right here. Parked right here, hopped out, walked up the street. The lady came out by the side or whatever, and it was like you could tell somebody watching us or whatever, like from all corners, somebody watching us. So then I hop back in the car, hit the U-turn, hit that U-turn, get right out of there, and I went back down this way. And that's when the Kardashians came out on Hulu. Then another building I went to that was like strange, but I guess typical if you live out there. Sony. Um, Might have been this one. I don't know if this is the one or not. But I ended up the world. That's not it. It's not it. It's a different Sony building. Um, forgot what it was. Charcoal City. Sony is it's somewhere over here, man. It's like a gas station, some more stuff over here. This might be it. Because I had to go in and they said go around the corner. And I think this was the one right here. Yeah, this is the area. This is the Sony building. It's right across from right across from the gas station. And then the police pulled up beside me right here at the red light. Then I turned in here. He pulled up beside me, and I was like, I made this left in here, went right in here, right in the Sony building. They shooting movies and stuff like that. It's a set or whatever, shoot movies and stuff in there. I had to go in there, and then I left out or whatever. But it was a police officer stopped by before I went in there. Looking, he didn't really look at me. He just was beside me or whatever. I'm like, I don't even care, man. I got a Maryland driver's license, and I'm not switching my license over because da 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 da. It was more like I got robbed, so I don't have my physical driver's license on me, but I have my driver's license number in the Get Around app, so I can get a Get Around car and drive. So I was trying to make some money to survive, but it wasn't working. So I ended up getting on EBT and getting general relief, so I can have like soap and this and that or whatever the case. But I wasn't gonna leave. I was gonna stay. Dr. Dre's daughter was. I had to talk to her like, yo, it's not good that I stay on the ground and just be homeless or whatever the case. It just don't feel right, don't look right. I had a job offer here, and then the job offer is no more because the guy fired me for a stupid reason. So why would I continue to stay here? And the reason that I'm here for is now nullified. I can't get the job or whatever the case. Now what? I'm just stranded out here making ends meet, trying to eat crumbs to survive. No, I'm gonna go leave and go get a job somewhere else where somebody can hire me at. It's stupid to be sitting here. I didn't come here to be sitting around trying to play a fame game. Came here to go to work. So it was that thing. And she was like, you got a point type of thing. So I ended up leaving. Stupid. Then when I did leave, like I said, I got my old job back. My boss ended up pulling a gun out on me. I don't know why he pulled the gun out on me, but he pulled the gun out on me. All right, let's go to there. What is it? 20, 40. Oh Lord, Baltimore. Yeah. All right. This is back over here. So I ended up going back here from the ground. And if you, all right, this is up Security Square Mall, Baltimore, Maryland, West Baltimore, Maryland. So he pulled the gun out on me, right? We get there. Somebody driving. Whatever. So this is the company right here. I pulled up right here because he told me to meet him. He said park by the side right here where no cameras are. Meet him 7 a.m. because I was coming from Nashville, Tennessee, and I had to drive 10 hours in a truck just like this. Had to drive 10 hours in a truck like this with the lad on it and everything all the way back to Baltimore. Parked to the side right here. When 7 a.m. came, I just stayed right there, parked right there. And then he texted me from the job phone. So it's if the information is still on the job phone unless they erased it. So I can't give proof that he texted me to come to the warehouse at 7 a.m. You know, whatever the case. Like, why was he even there to make him feel suspicious? He told me to come here 7 a.m. Park right here on the side where no cameras is at. Because otherwise, we typically park right here in the front. So we normally park right here in the front. And this is the company CUI, but it's CU employment online. I don't know, CU employment, but CUI, whatever the case. You can't bill or nothing for your stuff. Like, so pretty much they just pay you whatever. So anyway, if they send you to travel, they'll put you in one of these trucks right here. If they have you as a travel technician and you go to different states, they put you in one of those. But if you like stay in the area, they'll put you in like one of these right here. Stay in Baltimore. But yeah, so anyway, I stayed right here and I parked right here and I slept in the truck. 7 a.m. comes, I get up and I get into the driver's seat. Now, uh, Luis is one of the supervisors. You have Rick, he's the boss. You have Twan or Antoine, he's one of the supervisors, and Luis from New York, he's a supervisor. Now this is Luis' office right here, and I'm there before Luis. Luis come after Rick come. When Rick is there for like about an hour or half an hour, then Luis come up into the warehouse, and I'm like, probably this is the same reason probably why they did that. So while I park here, he drives around. He parks right here. It's where he always park at, right here where this truck is at. He parked right there, and he hops out, come around here, come right here, walk up right here. And then my car's right here, and he just pull a gun out on me right in front of the window, the door right here. And he was like, "I thought you was somebody else." I'm like, "Who you thought I was? Luis or somebody?" Like this is Luis' office, so I'm thinking like he thinking I'm Luis. Oh, who you thinking I am? You told me to meet you here at 7 a.m. Why you didn't know that it was gonna be me here? Why you pull a gun out on me? And he was like, "I thought you were somebody else." Put his Glock back up or whatever. I'm like, "Nah, man, nah, I'm not doing that." This is the third time somebody pulled the gun out on me at work. Like I'm at work on time. Like I'm not. Like I'm. How does cable and a gun go hand in hand when you're minding your business and you're not causing trouble or causing anybody harm? You just working for a living, minding your business, stacking your money, trying to get your daughter back, trying to get cut. You just got regular life issues and stuff like that. You're not no famous celebrity that's jammed up in some bull crap, or you're not a player or nothing like that. You just work for a living. And the guy pull a gun out on you on some dumb mess. I thought you was somebody else. Like the third time somebody pull a gun out on me, yo. That's just disrespectful, yo. So I left the company. Like that's the only reason why I'm not working now. At that company, I saw I'm not doing cable right now. Is because I left the company. I wanted to take a time out to like set back and do something else. Do something where nobody gonna pull a gun out on me, or less likely somebody will pull a gun out on me. But I'm thinking that maybe I just need some cover. Maybe I need somebody to like cover me. So I'm thinking like maybe I can do cable in another state where somebody I know at. So I'm just thinking all kinds of things that I can do. But after somebody pull a gun out on you 3 times, you get real cautious about your next move or what you do next. Whereas though people thinking that you're just lazy, you need to get a job, you thinking like I don't want to get shot for just going to work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. Yo. Nevertheless, the company was an okay company. I liked it. You know, you can go. They send you out of state, and they give you a hotel. You get per diems and stuff like that. But the whole gun drawer thing, it killed me. And I don't know why he did it. Just like, what the heck was that about? I can't get back out. Anyway, so I started doing Lyft. I wasn't making no money off of it, but I started doing Lyft, and I come all the way out here and park up in the parking lot, see if somebody just need a ride from the mall and stuff like that. You never really seen Spanish people like that in my city like that. You know, yeah, yeah. And then I chill up here, wait for a ride, doing Lyft, bop, 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 and whatever. Then I got into the accident. I don't even remember that the address it was at. It was something else. It's quick than something. I was riding down the road. I was going towards West Baltimore. So where's West at? I think that's East. Downtown. All right. So I was taking this road, and then they hit me. Was it Eagle? Was it Chase? I forget which what the intersection was. No, wasn't that. Wasn't that. Wasn't that. This might have been it. I don't think so. Forget what it was, but I was riding down. I wasn't over West yet. Might have been here. No, it wasn't here. No, it wasn't here either. I'll find it. Give me a minute. Yeah, yeah. All I know was I'm gonna try to find it, y'all. Spend this last little bit of time doing that. Y'all could go off bent by now, but it's just where is it? It was like a double intersection. That wasn't it. Might have been. It was right here. Preston. Preston. So this is the pole that I hit right here. And then they hit the yellow thing right here. I think that's gone, or they didn't put it up yet. They hit a little yellow pole here, and then almost hit a gray car right there. You know. But the thing about it was, it's a one-way street. This is a one-way street. So let's go up. So let me just show you how it is when you're coming down. All right, when you coming down, all right, when you coming down, you have two green lights. So the first light green, the second light is green. I'm already past the first light and it's clean green. I'm right here where this car is at. Where this car is at right here, the light is still green. And the light, in order for me to get to the second light, the first light has to be green too. So they both turn red at the same time. It's a one-way street. Now the cars over here, they come down this way. That's a one-way street. The cars down here, they come right here. And I was like right here. the light's still green, and a red car is just coming from here, not stopping, and then it just hit me while I'm right here. Boom, hit me. And I'm running to the pole right here. Oh, running to the pole right here. I was like, what the world? Guy come out of nowhere. I can help you get a lawyer. And this, that, and the third. And he parked his car over here somewhere. And I'm driving with him to a lawyer spot. I didn't like the whole thing was set up and it was dumb. So I didn't trust nobody in the whole situation. I didn't like the way it played out. But yeah, that's how you know that my light was green, because I wouldn't have got to this road right here if the first light wasn't green. So I told that to the guy. I said, like, I wouldn't have got right here if the first light wasn't green. And he was like, oh, you right, you right. And then they just left it alone. But those are some little things. I shared enough, just like 50 minutes, an hour of information about my whereabouts, what I've been doing that led up to right now, or whatever the case, while I'm doing nothing. I'm trying to think what I should do before I go back out there and somebody try to pull another gun out on me or try to put me in another collision over feelings and emotions, and I'm not doing anything worthy of somebody wanting to murder me. I'm not doing anything worthy to be somebody want to try to put matters into their own hands and take my life. It's nothing that I'm doing guilty in my life. I don't owe anybody anything. I'm not indebted to anybody. Everything is like a scam or some bullcrap. It's not really that I'm indebted, or if somebody feel like I'm indebted to them, I'm not really indebted. It's some kind of scam going on. So I don't owe anybody anything. But it's just a matter of like, I'm still trying to figure out why people feel some kind of way about me just living. Where are you from? Who are you? Where did you come from? I don't even know you. I haven't met that many. I have met a lot of people, but women that could have feelings and emotions. I haven't been with that many women in my life for me to not be able to calculate if I did a woman wrong or anything like that. So I've never been that intimately close to a woman for her to have feelings and emotions. So that's the only thing I can think about, and it doesn't fit. A woman can't feel some kind of intimate jealousy towards me having never met me. I haven't put my stuff inside of that many women in my life. So it can't be that all of these women feeling crazy and stuff like that, and they never met me. They're not even trying to meet me. They just got a lot of emotions and stuff, feeling some kind of way about the things that I say or something that they heard that I said before, but never would face me face to face and ask me details about what I said. Or even if they disagree, why do you see it that way? And that's that and the third. So we can agree to disagree even. It's just a bunch of feelings and emotions that's pent up and bottled up, and they never saying anything, and they want to take matters in their own hands, feeling like they doing a justice. And then bam, I get hit with a car. Like, how about you talk about the thing? How about let's talk? Who are you? Where you come from? Why are you feeling the way you feeling? Let's clear the air first, so you're just not feeling all kinds of crazy. So, with that said, man, before the time comes where I'm about to make my next move, um, just wanted to share all of this information with y'all, and put some things out. There's still a couple of more things that I gotta put out there for y'all about, you know, in relation to like my edits and stuff like that, my videos. I'm still got some couple of things to put together, a couple of movies to watch to put these information together for you. So hopefully it'll be good, just like the others, and informative. But yeah, man. If you must know, yeah, I want to go back to work, but what I want to do before going back to work is get a physical and to make sure I'm okay, stuff like that. Like, I don't want to just go back and do cable, lifting that heavy ladder, and my body not in shape to do so, whatever the case. Plus sitting down for a long time, months at a time, and then got to get back up and work. That's how it was when I was homeless. I'm just sitting on the ground for a long time. Now I get back to work, I'm all winded and stuff. I got no stamina and stuff like that. I'm gasping for air, trying to till I get back into the zone or get back in tune with the work. So it's that, but I just want to make sure I'm okay first. I don't want to just jump out there and be like, and then also I want to just jump out there and somebody got some problem with me and they pulling a gun out on me. So I just want to be sure I'm okay and covered. So I have a couple options, but I do have an ultimate goal, either Japan or Korea, you know, and I'm hopefully in those two places. Since I'm a special case, I'm not like the typical guy in the hood that can find him a girl in the hood and just live his life. I can't be with the typical hood girl anymore. So I have to find another way, and I would have to probably venture out into another country to find somebody. because I'm just a different type person. But maybe not. I don't know. But that's the way it's looking. My mindset don't match a lot of people's mindset. So wherever the next place I go is where I'm trying to find a wife at. I only got 6 years to do that left. The rest of y'all is just like, you like me, you got feelings and emotions, but it's like is like your lifestyle is in such a way to where you're never gonna be able to meet me, and you never would do it because it could jeopardize your financial stability. So you're just gonna be emotional about liking me and wanting to be with me, but you're never gonna be able to or be brave enough to do it at the cost of whatever the case. I wouldn't be worthy enough, or what I could offer you is not good enough or financially what fulfilling. I don't know. It's not gonna be as what you make now. You like super rich or whatever. But if you try to give all of that up to be with me, it wouldn't be worth it. So it's not really like a hard feeling thing. It's like no hard feelings. And I respect choices and people's decisions, but it's like also respect mine too. That I don't want to be alone too. I don't want to just be sitting here alone and lonely while you got feelings and emotions towards me. And as long as I'm not with nobody, you okay. But you can be with whoever you want to be, just to make sure your income stay tight. I'm going on a date with this guy so that I can maintain my career and all. Like, yeah, but still, that's a pleasure. You're still with somebody. So with me, it's like, well, in order for me to maintain my happiness and my financial stability, I need marriage. It's like, don't get mad at me. I'll just see you later in heaven or something like that. Like, just let's let it be. And instead, everybody just understand that's another thing that hinders that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still alive for a reason. I kind of look, since I have 6 years left, I'm looking at it like the Most High really need me here for a very severe reason, a very important reason, which is the reason why I'm still waking up each day. So that's how I'm holding on. He waking me up because he need me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here anymore, having to deal with the feelings and emotions of people, or whatever the case. So with that said, I'm gonna let it go, y'all. Shalom, shalom.